funner. It depends what you like. This is more like skiing versus the one wheel is more like snowboarding. So I made the wheel beep, but I'm at 3 bars of battery. It beeped at like 42 miles an hour. I heard the beep and I'm like, what the hell? I'm not going that fast. Okay, good to know the battery's low. I didn't charge. My knee's feeling a lot better today. I don't want to take it too hard, but I had a commenter ask what the off-road capabilities were of this wheel that I am riding, the Begode Race, which is available at begode.com. In my opinion, it's the best wheel under $3,000, and my discount code ZENZONE plus some characters gets you $150 off. It's one of my best discounts. And it's available for this wheel, which has a 3,800 watt battery, which is a massive battery for the weight of a 100-pound wheel. Really massive battery, and it's the highest voltage wheel available. Now, it is marketed as a race wheel, so I'm not going to review it as a race wheel until I take it to the race, and then we will review it. However, today, someone asked me, how well can it off-road? I had a comment that I read that wanted me to take it off-road. So we are going to take it off-roading. I'm gonna go easy at first to see the capabilities. Everyone should know, I think, that has bought this wheel or is planning on buying this wheel. It has very low battery boxes. You can see there's just not much space here. Oops, there's just not much space here. It's really, this is what you gotta worry about hitting. You can see I've already damaged the battery box a little bit when I hit that curve. Brand new wheel. So now this is just cheap plastic. The actual battery box is only slightly nicked, but is damaged nonetheless. And right there. So it's kind of unfortunate. So that is the life of a tester. You are going to damage your wheel, and I might hopefully not damage it today in the interest of showing you what its off-road capabilities are. This route we're doing, I think it's, what is the name of this trail? Mary Jane, I think, or man, that is not the name of it. I forgot. It might come to me later. I've done, this is the trail I probably run the most in Vegas. It's a very flowy trail, but there is some technical stuff that I need to be careful of. It can definitely off-road. I've made it this far and I've done other off-roads with it, off-roading sessions, but almost always flat, you know, just some light bumps, nothing super technical. The trail is really chunky, so gotta be careful. Now, I'm not using a microphone. I hope the audio is not good for you. I have a microphone I can use, but it's like it attaches to the X5, and then I need a freaking thing, and it's just 2 more pieces that I always have to worry about and always dropping it and stuff. And I feel like the audio's decent enough to get the point of the video across. Let me know if it's okay, or I should definitely use a mic in the future. So we are low battery, which I realized on the way coming up. Beeped. We're using the Grizzly sync pads, which I really like, and then I have 2 extra stock pads here. They aren't on too good. I think I need to adjust these a little bit. So those are the Grizzly sync pads, and I've added on a few extra little pads. I'm not getting wobbles as much. In fact, I'm not getting wobbles, but I can feel them, you know, like they want to come, but because my pad setup's a lot better, they're not coming. And I think I could let out a bit more PSI. All right, let's get into it. First part of this trail, kind of chunky. I just tapped the rock with the battery box there. So you gotta be careful, big rocks, you know, like this one coming up. See. If you're standing on the wheel, especially if you weigh, I weigh 160, actually probably like closer to 165 with all this gear on. If you weigh around 160 or more than that, you're gonna depress the wheel more than me, so you have even a higher chance, here in my mouth, of the battery box hitting. That's what you gotta be concerned of. It's hitting the battery boxes. Also of note is I have the pedals at the lowest setting, so I need to be careful not to clip a pedal. So far, no issues. Just gotta look out for big rocks.
Other than that, it's running smooth off the road. The tire actually feels, for being a street tire, it feels great off here. I like how it corners in the dirt. It sticks pretty good. So far, no complaint. The suspension is maybe not the best off-road suspension, but it doesn't feel bad. You know, it's not like, man, I was riding the Apex out, or the Aero out here the other day, and that felt amazing. This, not so much amazing, but it's not bad. It's like a 7 out of 10, I would say, for off-roading the suspension. Maybe it's just my setup, but I've been tweaking it and stuff, and not my favorite. Here would be an issue probably. If I was standing on it, that could be an issue. If I was standing on my wheel right there, that could be an issue. You gotta look out for jutting rocks like that. Of us, we're gonna have to see if we can't pass them. That's another obstacle of sorts. Getting behind bikers going uphill. When you're going uphill, it's easy to pass them, but when you're going downhill, it can be trouble. Here we go. Vegas bikers are usually cool. Unless they have a lot of spandex, something usually then not be as cool. But this is flowing nice off. Woof. I heard it hit there. So you gotta be careful going up hills. I heard it hit there. Fuck. It wasn't a bad hit, but definitely going up a hill like that's vertical. Gotta be careful. Right here might be a problem. Lost traction there. Lost a little bit of traction. Street tire. Gotta press down pretty hard, keep your traction, don't go faster than the tire allows. I'm preferring the torque of the low-end torque of the Aero, man. That's just so effortless going up hills. Low-end torque. Even this 210 volts, man. Oh, maybe I need to put it in off-road mode. I think I'm going to try that when we get to the top. We'll put it in off-road mode. It's in racing mode right now, which, I mean, racing mode should give you more. Okay, we got a big hill coming up. Let's see. No problem on that big hill. It wasn't too vertical. It had a nice gradual incline, so those aren't too big of an issue. It's more the vertical spots that will get you, where you have to kind of hop, you gotta jump up. There's some big hills where you have to jump when it gets too vertical, and this is not the wheel for that. As long as the inclines are kind of gradual, not so vertical, you'll be okay. All right, we reached the top. Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of fun. There's none of this. It's all on your body weight. If you want to go forward, you like lean forward. If you want to brake, lean back, sit down. It's really a cool feeling. It kind of feels like you have a superpower almost, because there's nothing, it's just micro movements. This is not a good off-road model. I was actually just testing it for YouTube for off-roading. The battery boxes are too low, but it has a 3,800 watt-hour battery, this model. I have better wheels for off-roading. This one, not a street tire. This is a racing wheel for racing, but shout out to the sponsor of this video, Moman H2 Spin. H2, it's their new headset. If you want to jam out while you're riding or talk to your buddies, this is a headset for you. Moman, I'll put a link to the description below. I have one on already. I have an extra one. Might go to a friend that is visiting from Spain so that we can keep comms up, but we'll see. Maybe he already has one and we can connect. Now, Okay, so we hit the battery box again coming up, as you saw in the video, and it did do some damage. Let's take a look. Testing my wheel for you guys. If you could take a moment to leave a like, a comment, risking it all. So this is the new damage. Let's see. Oh, whoa. Oh, okay. Hopefully it turns back on. I was too much in my head, man. Too much in my head right there. Thinking about the review, what I was gonna say. I was in my head. I was not in the Zen zone. And coming down here, you can see it probably happened. Oh man. And coming out of those pads is difficult. I hurt my ankle a little bit. So we're gonna go home and rest, but hopefully the wheel turns back on. Let's see. Gonna turn off. The wheel's still on. Okay. Any new damage? I don't know. I don't see any new damage. I'm not sure. See how tight I am in there? Oh. That is an essential skill. Being able to flick up your pedal with one foot and put your foot in. Essential skill, because so many times, at least me, I forget to put that pedal down and I go to step up, like, oh crap. Like, oh crap. And then if you have the... Okay, so I know most of you already know this is not an off-road EUC. However, I think it was worth going out to test it, to demonstrate to new riders, and maybe those riders curious, what the max potential of this wheel is, and to reiterate that this is not an off-roading EUC. You can get hurt on this EUC easier off-roading because it's not made for it. The battery boxes are too low. That's the only downside. Really, they could have raised them up maybe just a little bit, but they're really going for that low end center of gravity. And it feels great. I love not having all the wind resistance. It feels amazing. So the suspension for me is a weak point even on the street. I just feel like it's not, it must be why, one of the reasons, let's see. It needs, the suspension needs more travel in my opinion. It doesn't feel like it's enough. I think for racing it'll be okay, but I still even think that for racing you need more travel so you can sink into the turns better. Keeping the stock tire on, I did measure, it does measure, the width is larger than 90, so that's a positive. Not an off-roading wheel, guys. Don't buy it for off-roading. Technical off-roading, guys. On a flat circuit, on a flat off-road, it's fine. It'll be perfectly fine. No issues there. But if you're doing any sort of technical stuff, or if there's jutting rocks, you're jeopardizing your wheel, and we don't know how the warranty response is going to be on this wheel. Probably pretty fast, as long as you get with the Begode chat, have your order number and everything. Hopefully they fix their website because it was having issues. Yeah, this is a racing wheel, the best street wheel for under 3,000. I can't say it's the best wheel under 3,000 because that would have to include off-roading. This can do some light off-roading, but So for the best overall wheel under 3,000, we need something that can do off-roading and street as well. But for street, let's see if we're getting wobbles. Let's do some wobble tests.